So good morning all, and yet again another test ride. So this time we're on one of my favourites, the little blue Titans, the Titan by Lexmoto 125, and we're out for a test ride. So this one's going out to Jeffrey, and as always, take it out, have a little bit of a run up the dual carriageway. And we got traffic lights everywhere today. Still not fixed the roadworks. Happy days. Now, this has been going on for about 6 months. They dug all the road up down here to lay a gas main all the way from the local Tesco, so there's about a quarter of a mile of roadworks. Completely brought the town to a standstill. And then they found a leak, so they fixed the leak. And they put all the road back. 3 weeks later they found another leak, and they've been digging it up in little bits and pieces. You'd think after 6 months they would get the job right. So once we get out past this traffic, we can get out, have some fun on the dual carriageway, do a hill climb and test this bike out. We are away. As always, these Titans get up to speed very quickly. One of the cheapest ones that Lexmoto do in a scooter, so they're $1999.99, and come in a range of colours. You can have a red one, a blue one, a grey one, a black one, multiple colours. They used to do a pink one for the girls, and it was a good seller, but they discontinued it. No, not many people like a pink one. We used to sell loads of the pink Titans. Girls loved them. So let's get out, have a ride, get a little bit of footage down. We'll obviously try and shorten the video down to about 10 minutes, because normally we are out for a good half an hour. So I'll probably cut back into the video in a while, just do the important bits. We're going to rack up about 10 miles on one of these. And as always, these Titans are bomb-proof if you look after them. And I keep knocking on about looking after your bike, but if you're not going to maintain it, it's not going to run properly. And it's just down to basic maintenance: tyre pressures, oil, make sure you're putting the right fuel in it, E5 all the time. But there we go. And the one thing I did knock on about, the speedo on this. Oh god, what a pain in the bum. White on silver, very hard to see. The outside's in K, white on black, you can see that alright. But the inside, where it says miles an hour, it is a pig to read, especially in bright sunlight or even at night. You can't see where your 30, 40, 50 and 60 are. And I have suggested obviously changing the colour of the clocks, put black on silver or something. But if you understand that 42k, and we're going to shift to the inside lane, 42k is 30 mile an hour, just over 60 will give you, around about 60 will give you 40 mile an hour, and around about 80 will give you 50 mile an hour. So you just got to remember 40, 60, 80, easiest way to do it. But that is the one niggle that I have with the Lexmoto Titan. You can't see the clock, and when I've got sunlight in the eyes like I have now, even with the Iridium screen on the front of my visor, you can't see where 30, 40, 50 and 60 are. But what's the top speed on one of these? Well, you're looking round about 55. And obviously Stuart that owns one of these, and he's always in the garage, bits on pieces. His Titan is like Trigger's broom. He's had so many variators, rollers, bearings, bits and pieces, tyres, brake pads, but it keeps going. And I think he's at about 40,000k on his now. He rides it every day, absolutely loves it. Great bit of kit, and they are a great bike if you look after them and keep them maintained. And once he's run his in, he managed to get 62 mile an hour, which isn't bad for a 125. Your average 125, conservatively, you are going to be doing around about 55 mile an hour, top flat out, if you're lucky. All depends, obviously, road conditions, wind, weight of the rider, and of course what fuel you're putting in. If you're putting the E10, it's going to run lumpy as hell, not get the amount of power that you would if you was to put E5 in it. But these little Titans are a great bike. So that's the hill climb done. It's doing very, very well for itself. Climbing the hill nicely. So we're going to rack up some dual carriageway. I am going to cut back in once we have got back into town and we're going around the town and doing the 30s. So we will see you all in a few. So 2 hill climbs later, we're back. We're coming back down the hill again, up and down, up and down. Rocking along at a nice steady 40 mile an hour on this Titan, doing well. And we are 8 in. So only a little bit more to go. But so far, the bike's running absolutely fine. On the Titans, all you get is a speedo, fuel gauge, rev counter. That's all you need. Bare basic controls, horn indicator, lights, kill button and start switch. That is it. Big wide mirrors. But yet again, another perfect little Titan. And as I say, these things are bomb-proof. Great little engine. This engine's been around for absolutely donkeys years. Strangled the hell out of it by adding the Euro 5 emissions controls onto it. So every bike's been strangled at the moment, 125 upwards, with the new E5 emissions. Yet to see if they're going to do Euro 6. I hope not. I think they're trying to push everybody to electric. What do I think of electric? You can keep it. The only thing electric's good for is boiling your kettle. Petrol bike every time. So back into the town we go. One final test ride day before we hand over to customer, as we always do. 2 test rides on every bike, minimum of 10 miles. Another set of bolt checks for me today to sort it all out, make sure everything is absolutely bolted up, tyre pressures, and check absolutely everything on the bike. And we have got, I believe, 2 or 3 bikes being handed over today as well. So Scrambler's going today, Firefox is going today, and I think one of the other Scramblers as well, the big ones. So a lot of WK Scramblers going out at the moment off the back of my video. It's had 5,500 views at the moment, so go and check out my WK Scrambler, and I've done loads of test rides on them. Right, this is the bit you've got to be careful. 42k is 30 miles an hour. Oh, what a pain in the bum trying to look at that speedo. Come on, Lexmoto, let's have you sort this speedo out, please. Get on to the factory. White on silver does not work. The quickest trick to do, and I've told loads of people to do it, get yourself a little bit of Tipex or a little bit of tape and put it on the speedo where 30, 40, 50 and 60 are. It's easier to see then. But what a daft idea. It's the only niggle that I have got with the Titan, apart from the fact it's a 125. But the new ADV's looking good. I do like the new ADV scooter that they've got coming out in a 125, because it's got panniers and a top box on it, which is going to be something a little bit different, I suppose, if you happen to be into the Uber or you're doing deliveries. But one of these is great for deliveries because you can put a nice big box on the back. This has a rack on it, so if you're looking for a cheap delivery bike, get yourself a Titan, because it's got everything you need. It's comfortable, it rides well, it's one of the cheapest ones that Lexmoto do, and it's got a massive great rack space at the back, so you can fit a pizza box on there. So if I was Ubering, come on car, we're doing what, 15 mile an hour? 8 o'clock in the morning, time to head to the garage for a cup of coffee now, hooray, and start my day. So if you have a Titan or enjoy the Titans, let us know in the comments below. What do you think of this bike? What do you think the next bike should be that Lexmoto do? As always, like, share, comment, subscribe. Friday nights is the live stream, right? There will be no live stream next week because I am on holiday. Whee! I'm off next week on holiday. I get a week off from the garage. Until the next time we are test riding though, be well, ride safe, and from RB, it's a big goodbye from me.